So Lamentations 3:17 says, I have been deprived of peace. I have forgotten what prosperity is. Lately, I have been doing a lot of work with a new client, a national women's health organization, on emotional, physical, and financial wellness for women. And of course, the emotional piece rings so true to me, and it really touches me because of everything I've been through and just moving from a place where I was absolutely unhealthy emotionally to now being happy and at peace. And so I started to think about the fact that you can't be emotionally well and in turn well at all if you don't have peace. And so what is depriving us from peace? Most people that I talk with now, they are dealing with a lot of the things that, I dealt with and that you probably dealt with too, mainly under that umbrella of betrayal. And so people have hurt people have hurt us, and people have hurt a lot of the people that I'm connected with. And so it leaves us at a place of instability and just emotionally unhealthy and not at peace. And so I want to share with you a strategy that I discussed in my book in blessing number 10 at the end, and it is entitled Blessing 10 Peace, because I think it is a really great strategy on how you can capture your life back and how you can be emotionally well and happy again, even after you have experienced the biggest pains and betrayals that exist in the world. So for me to find peace, first I needed to stop reliving the past. I decided to write this book, and quickly. It didn't start as a book. It certainly didn't start off as a declaration of blessings born from betrayal. More so, it was a way for me to pour out my feelings and thoughts. I actually began writing because I wanted to release the anger. If you've heard me talk about, the process of me writing this book, you've heard me say that I didn't feel like or even want to write a book when I set out writing. I had so much bottled up anger, resentment, and I was so unsettled that I just asked God for a way out. And when I woke up the next morning, something told me to write. And so I just literally started writing, and I decided that I was going to complain about everybody who had hurt me, all the anger that I had, and that was it. And then I was going to release it. But again, when I started writing, I couldn't complain. God had revealed everything that I had been through in the form of blessings. So remember how I told you that God would provide a strategy? I'm reading from the book again. That's exactly what happened. I started writing, and He revealed what happened over the past 9 months in the form of blessings that I received from Him, not what was taken away from me. So often we are stuck, unable to forgive those who wronged us because we don't think that they deserve it. We focus on what was taken, on what we don't have anymore, instead of God, what He's provided, and what He saved us from, and ultimately how He will restore all that was lost. Second, I vow not to rethink, rehash, think what if or how come anymore. I will pour my thoughts onto these pages and focus all of my energy on moving forward and helping others. I had to be a testimony and witness for God's blessings. Third, I forgave myself. In my book, I talk about how I tried to Olivia Pope my own scandal. And in doing that, I hurt a lot of people. And I brought a lot of added stress and pressure and anger onto myself. In order for me to experience peace, I decided to forgive myself first and come to peace with all of my previous actions. Fourth, I realized that justice is the Lord's and not mine to have. He delivered me and got justice once He did that. And so I had to have faith that He would do that over every other situation. And to find peace with yourself, and for me to find peace with myself, we have to remember that justice is the Lord's. And I gave myself this positive affirmation that I would tell myself and repeat to myself: find peace within yourself, Natasha. Find peace within yourself. Okay? We can't erase the past or recreate moments that took us down wrong paths. We can only grow wise enough to never ever repeat the same mistakes again. So I want to encourage you, if you are feeling unsettled, emotionally unhealthy, and angry, if you are having a hard time letting go of past betrayals, believe me, I understand. I'm not going to be the person to tell you just to get over it, but I will tell you that you have to develop a strategy of your own. Hopefully, the things that I implemented for myself will help you. Releasing that anger in the form of writing, singing, dancing, talking to God, write a letter to God, write a love letter to Him, write a hate letter, about how much you hate everything that has happened. Ask Him for answers, but find a way to release that anger and those feelings. And then promise yourself that you won't relive the past anymore. Make a vow to yourself that whenever you think about what happened to you, you will deal with it and you will move on. Forgive yourself for what you've done to yourself. And then after you do that, pray and ask God for forgiveness and ask Him to give you a spirit of forgiveness so that you can then forgive your transgressors. Because as long as you hold on to that and you hold on to that anger and resentment toward them, you won't be emotionally well and you won't find peace. So give your burdens to the Lord, because that is exactly what He wants us to do. He can handle all things, not just the big things or the small things, but all things. And so when you feel like, you're emotionally unsettled, find the way to communicate that to yourself. What is making you hurt that way, and release it, give it to God, and pray for Him to give you peace over all situations, okay? And so I really do encourage you to pray. I encourage you to pick up the Bible. If you have a phone or a tablet, search peace and download that YouVersion app of the Bible and search the word peace and read all those verses that come up under that, and you'll find that they will give you peace as you read God's word and what He says about that. Again, you can't be emotionally well. We can't be emotionally well if we are not at peace. So I am praying for you, and I'm praying for your power over all things, and I just know that you are going to be able to move from a place of betrayed and angry and hurt to a place of blessings and abundant prosperity, as it says in Lamentations 3:17. So again, thank you for being here with me, for spending this time with me. Visit me at natashatbrown.com. If you get a copy of my book online, I will sign it for you and send it to you probably within the same day. So I do hope that we can stay connected. God bless you.